Okay, so we multiply and simplify this. This is where we get to go ahead and put everything under one big roof here. Cube root. And let's put them together. Here's the x. So I'm going to cross them out as we go. Then we have an x to the 19. So we'll cross that guy out. Then we have a y to the 5th. So that takes care of him. And now plainly, all that's left is the y to the 20. And that takes care of him. So I think initially we'll just go ahead and carry all this out. You got your basic y, x to the 1, invisible 1, times x to the 19. That's going to give me x to the 20. And then I've got a y to the 5th and y to the 20. Going to give me y to the 25th. So now we need to come up with numbers out of this and this that are divisible by 3. And it looks like 3 times 7 is going to be too high, 21. So it looks like we have to go 3 times 6, which would give us an 18. So therefore, we're going to call this x to the 18. And that's going to leave us an x to the 2 to equal 20. And then it looks like we're going to maybe be able to go here. 3 times 8 is 24. So we can go ahead with y to the 8. And that's going to leave, wait a second, that's going to be y to the 24, I mean. Let's try that. Y to the 24, I'm getting ahead of myself here, times y. Y to the 1, that equals 25. Okay, okay. So now the next thing is we want to divide the 18 by 3, gives us a 6. So that means x to the 6th comes outside. And then we also can divide this 24 by 3, which is 8. So that means y to the 8 can come outside. Y to the 8. Let's see. Why don't we just go ahead and do this step by step instead of skipping a step. We'll go ahead and rewrite this with we could rewrite this with the fractionals to kind of see how that works. So let's go ahead and do that. There's a couple different ways we could write this, but for now let's go like this. X to the 18 times x squared times y to the 24th times y, all to the 1/3. Let's do it that way. Okay, then we go ahead and do a distributive deal with 1/3 times each one of these guys' exponent. So 1/3 times the 18, that gives us x to the 18 over 3, and then y to the 2 over 3, and then, x to the 2 over 3, and then y to the 24 over 3, and then y to the 1 over 3. So that would kind of be an intermediate step there to show how we get our x to the 6th and our y to the 8th. Right? So 18 over 3 is 6. Okay, and then over here is our 24 over 3 is 8. So there's our y to the 8th. And then we still have left over the x to the 2/3 and y to the 1/3. So now on our final step, we can pull these thirds out as a cube root and wind up with x to the 6th, y to the 8th, cube root, x squared, y to the 1. And that's it.